Well, welcome back to Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Unfortunately, I have to report that this happened today, this afternoon. Well, I guess really technically it's evening. So yeah, in the spirit of attempting to share my journey, in the hopes that there would be something about my journey that may be helpful to people, I'm going to do what Ted does, and that is tell the truth and shame the devil. It's just kind of how I live my life, man. I try to make as honest videos as I can. I've got no script. I've got no notes. I've got no agenda. Other than I do know, man, from the comments that a couple of you have been asking me about the Demusea Telecaster. And I've been saying, man, all along I've been saying, I think the Fojill was a bit better to me, at least. Seems sturdier, maybe better constructed. So let me tell you what happened. So the first thing that happened, one, if you're on the channel, you watch my vids, then you saw a kind of finished product, a little bit of a jam, sound samples, conversation about everything I did to this guitar, and blah, blah, blah. It's for my grandson, the whole 9 yards. But I did mention in that video last night that I wasn't through with it yet. There were still some tweaks. So a couple of the tweaks that I wanted to make. One is I wanted to replace I'll just show you this nut right here. And so look at all that glue that was used, man. So anyway, so I thought, well, man, you know, let me take this thing. I'd let it set overnight. I played a little while, you know, things had kind of settled in, and then, well, Teddy decided that he'd like to tweak it. Now, one of the things that I did notice, okay, now I mentioned in the video last night that in my effort to, there was gunk all over the first fret. And so I mentioned taking a razor blade, and I also mentioned that I had jacked it up. And so I don't know if you could see, yeah, you could see those are razor blade scratches. Okay, so those are from me, okay? And I've got some down here on the heel, and that's just, you know, me being me. However, I did begin to notice things like this, which I didn't do. I don't know if you could see that. And then if you look really closely, here's another one right here. It looks like a crack. Let me see if I can get even closer. That's as close as I can get. Look like cracks, right? There's another one here. And then if you go up here, there's kind of another one. Maybe I've got too many lights on for you to be able to see this. And then again, you've got my razor blade. Sweet job that I did with that. But I began to notice as I looked down the neck that I would see these little kind of, guys, these weren't there when I unboxed this guitar. When I unboxed this guitar, I looked this neck over like crazy. And the reason I did that, you might remember the first one had a huge problem with the 11th fret. And so as I'm looking at it today, I'm seeing kind of these cracks right here. Man, I don't know if you could see those or not. those are so deep, although they look minuscule, that I put, the last time I put my cloth over it, it actually caught some of the cloth, and I had to pick cloth out of there. And so, yeah, so I was noticing that weirdness. You know, I've done several of these projects, right? And I don't mind sharing with you my journey and my foibles and my mistakes along the way. But these cracks, I'm telling you, were originally not there. So, I don't know, some of you like are experts, or claim to be. But I know, look, a lot of you do this so much longer than I have. J-Man, 2-Bike Mike, you know, so many other people that I mention all the time, guys that I learn from. And I've never seen a guitar neck develop pores like that, or crack. What I'm calling them cracks. Look, please put it in the comments. If you know what those are, what the appropriate term is, please let me know. I don't want to sound just like a moron as much as I can help it. So I was noticing that weirdness, and I heard like some crackling sounds like crackling. I thought, man, that's really, really weird. And then I noticed on the first fret here, now I sanded and polished these frets, and I've got string grooves on the first fret. I didn't have those. So, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just the quality of this neck. But anyway, so what had happened was, clearly this used to live right here. And the nut used to live right here, with all that glue holding it in place. Well, I've done this a few times. I've swapped nuts a few times. And I was tapping gingerly. I was doing all the things that you do. You go around the outline of the nut with the razor blade, all the good fun things that you do when you take a nut out of a guitar. And lo and behold, I guess it was, excuse the camera work, there was just one too many times. So I got pieces. Oh, wow, did you see that? Oh, you didn't see it, it was off camera. Oh my goodness. So I gotta learn how to do the camera and talk at the same time. So this piece was together, and I literally just did this, and it broke in half. I mean, now, of course I can't do it now. Oh, there you go. So I'm thinking maybe that is not the best quality wood for a guitar. Now, unfortunately, you may or may not remember, I copper shielded the body, I put in pickups, I did the whole control plate, and guys, here's the thing. I did this. Even if this neck is not a great quality neck, and even if those pores mean that this not quality neck is cracking, there is no way that I can send this guitar back. Because what I know is, I did this. I broke it. I'm responsible for it. So please understand my heart of this video is twofold. One is, be careful. Even though I've done this a number of times, it is possible to end up with something like this. 2, the purpose of this video is not to trash this company or this guitar. I will say in all honesty, this neck did not feel great. And I'm comparing, this is a $79 guitar on Amazon. I'm comparing it to the Fojill FFTL-30, the pink guitar that I bought for my granddaughter, and I'm comparing it to the Fojill FFTL-60 Relic. Those necks were much better quality than this neck. And I guess my suspicions, my feelings, which are not scientific, and my eyes are not deceiving me, I don't think, about the pores and the crackling noise that I heard. The truss rod worked fine. I didn't, stiff, but worked. Guys, I didn't over tighten anything. I don't think I obviously didn't purposely break this, but this brittle rosewood, in theory. Yeah. So here's where we are now. Now I've got to go out to Amazon and buy a neck and do all that. So the journey continues on the Demusea $79 Telecaster. And my project that I thought was almost over for my grandson has really, truthfully, just begun. So I thought the electronics sounded really good last night. My playing is subpar, of course, but I thought the guitar sounded good. So I guess now it's off to Amazon to try to find a Telecaster neck. I got the dimensions, it's 56 millimeter width, and guess we'll go see what we can do shopping. And again, I'm not going to buy a super expensive neck, which means I'm going to buy a super inexpensive neck, which means we could have even more fun down the road. Yay! Well, hey guys, speaking of roads, man, wherever you are in your guitar journey, man, I pray it's a safe, long, peaceful trip for you. Rock on with your bad selves, man. Catch you down the road.